Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Welcome to Natural Pace English.
I am Leah.
And I am Jim.
This is episode 2.
Episode 2. Thank you for coming back.
Last weekend, we went on a hike.
Yes, on Saturday. We went to a nature trail. A hike. Yes. We walked in nature. In a big forest.
We had our boots. We had our water. We had snacks.
Jim had chocolate. A lot of chocolate.
Ha! That is true. It was very important chocolate.
Very important.
So, last weekend, we walked on a trail. The trail is called Clearwater Trail.
It is 90 minutes from the city. It is a long trail. 12 kilometers.
We walked through a forest. We walked by a river. We saw a waterfall.
And we saw many animals.
Many animals. We saw a squirrel, otters, deer,
And a bear.
yes, a mama bear with 3 baby bears. It was incredible.
We need to talk about that.
Yes, we do. But first, let's go back to the beginning.
Oh, one more thing. Last week was episode 1. We visited a farm. Did you listen? We hope you enjoyed it.
Episode 1 was so fun. This week is also very fun. Let's start. So, we arrived in the forest. It was beautiful.
Yes, it was very green. The trees were very tall.
And it smelled so good. Fresh and clean.
I love the smell of a forest. It was perfect.
Me too. Okay, so we were walking on the path. And then, Jim, tell them what happened.
Yes, so I was looking at the map, and Leah grabbed my arm.
I said, Jim, stop. Look.
And I looked up. There was a squirrel, very close, maybe 2 meters away.
A red squirrel. It was sitting on a log, and it was looking at us.
It was not afraid. It just looked at us.
Eye contact. Directly at us.
And then it made a small sound, chit, 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 and it ran up the tree, very fast.
Gone. So fast.
A squirrel is a small animal. It has a big, fluffy tail. It eats nuts and seeds. Squirrels hide food in the ground. They hide many nuts. Then in winter, they find the food again. They remember where the food is. They have a very good memory.
I cannot remember where I put my keys. But squirrels remember hundreds of nuts. Amazing.
Ha! Okay, we kept walking. And then we saw rabbits.
2 rabbits. They were in a small, open area. They were very still.
Rabbits are often very still. They sit and do not move.
Why?
Because if they are very still, other animals cannot see them. It is how they stay safe.
Oh, that is clever.
Yes. And then we took one step and they ran away. Very fast.
So fast. Gone. And then we heard a sound.
Yes, it was a woodpecker. A woodpecker is a bird. It hits trees with its beak. Very hard. Very fast. It makes a hole in the wood. It is looking for insects to eat. We could not see the woodpecker. It was high in the trees, but we could hear it clearly.
And on the path, in the mud, we saw a footprint.
A fox footprint. A fox walked there. But the fox was not there now.
Foxes usually walk at night, but they live in forests.
We could not see the fox, but we could see its footprint. That was exciting. Okay, and then the path turned. We left the forest. We came to the river.
Oh, the river. It was so beautiful.
Yes, the water was clear. You could see the rocks at the bottom.
We stopped there. We sat on a big rock. We ate our snacks.
The chocolate, very important. We ate it there.
Huh. And then Jim saw something in the water.
Yes, I was looking at the river. I saw 2 dark shapes. They were moving in the water.
What are they?
Otters. 2 river otters.
Oh, wow!
They were swimming. They were playing. One otter jumped over the other one.
They were so happy. They looked like they were having so much fun.
Otters love to play. They swim, they jump, they roll in the water.
One otter rolled onto its back. It floated. It looked very relaxed.
Otters are very good swimmers. They have thick fur. The fur keeps them warm and dry.
They can also close their ears when they swim underwater.
Yes, they close their ears and their nose, so no water goes in.
That is amazing. I want that.
We watched the otters for a long time. They were wonderful.
And then we walked a little more, and we saw something in a field near the river. Leah saw it first.
I saw a large brown animal in the long grass near the water.
What is it?
A bear! It was a bear.
A bear!
A mama bear. A big brown bear. She was eating grass.
And then we looked more carefully.
3 baby bears. 3 cubs.
One cub was next to the mama. One cub was rolling in the grass. And one cub was trying to climb a small tree.
The climbing cub kept falling down. Then it tried again.
The mama bear watched. She was calm, but she saw everything.
We stopped walking. We were very quiet.
This is important. If you see a bear in nature, stop. Do not run.
Do not run. Running is dangerous. Be calm and very quiet.
Do not go closer. Watch from far away.
The mama bear looked at us once, twice, but she was not afraid. We were far away, and we were quiet.
After 5 minutes, she walked back into the forest. The 3 cubs followed her.
The climbing cub was last. It followed slowly.
Bears eat plants, berries, and fish. In late summer, they eat a lot. They eat and eat to get ready for winter.
In winter, bears sleep for a long time. We call this hibernation.
Hibernation. Hibernation. Hibernation.
That was the most incredible moment. I will never forget it.
Me too. Never.
We kept walking, and we heard something new.
Water. A lot of water. It was getting louder.
We walked around a big rock, and we saw it. A waterfall.
Oh, it was beautiful. The water fell down from high rocks, about 15 meters tall.
At the bottom, there was a big, deep pool. The water was very clear.
And there was mist, small drops of water in the air. It felt cool and fresh.
We stood and looked for a long time. It was very beautiful.
And then we saw the deer.
2 deer. They were at the edge of the pool. They were drinking water.
One deer is a female. We call a female deer a doe. D-O-E. Doe.
1 deer is a young male. We call a male deer a buck. B-U-C-K. Buck.
The young buck had antlers. Antlers are the horns on a deer's head. His antlers were soft. They were still growing.
Deer have very good ears. They can hear very well.
The deer heard us. Their heads came up. They looked at us.
We were very still. We did not move.
And the deer went back to drinking. They were not afraid.
Then I saw something small on a rock near the water. A small, bright blue bird.
A kingfisher. It was so beautiful. Blue and orange.
A kingfisher eats fish. It sits on a rock or a branch.
It watches the water. And then it dives very fast into the water. And it catches a fish in its beak. We watched the kingfisher dive. It was so fast. 1 second, it was on the rock. The next second, it was back with a fish. I said, "Wow," out loud. The deer heard me. They looked at me. Huh, sorry, deer. And the last animals at the waterfall? Ducks. There was a mama duck and 5 baby ducks.
5 baby ducks. We call baby ducks ducklings. Ducklings. Ducklings.
They were so small, so fluffy. They swam in the calm water at the edge of the pool.
They swam very fast. Their small legs moved very quickly.
They followed their mama everywhere. They stayed very close to her.
Baby ducks can swim from the first day. From day 1, they are born ready.
That is amazing. Humans cannot do anything on day 1.
Ha! That is very true. Okay, and then it was time to walk back.
So, we walked back. The path went through an open field, a meadow.
A meadow is a big, open area with grass and flowers. It is very pretty.
The sky was golden. It was late afternoon. The light was warm and beautiful.
And my feet were very tired.
Yes, my feet were a little tired too.
But I was happy. Very happy. It was a wonderful day.
Me too. And we looked up, and we saw a large bird in the sky.
A hawk. It was flying in circles. Big, slow circles.
It was very high. It was not moving its wings. It just floated.
Hawks can float in the sky without moving their wings. They use warm air from the ground to go up.
It was very beautiful. We watched it for a few minutes.
And then one last small animal. At a tiny bridge over a small stream. We stopped on the bridge. We looked down at the water, and there was a small, round, brown animal swimming.
A water vole. Very small, like a little round ball of fur.
It was swimming in a small circle. Very calm. Very happy.
A water vole is a small animal. It lives near water. It swims and it eats plants.
Water voles are quite rare. There are not many of them. So that was special.
We did not know that at first. We just thought, oh, a cute little animal.
But it was special.
All the animals that day were special.
The squirrel, the rabbits, the woodpecker, the fox footprint, the otters, the mama bear and the 3 cubs, the deer, the kingfisher, the ducklings, the hawk, and the little water vole.
That was a lot of animals in one day.
It is. And the important thing was, we were quiet. We were slow. We watched carefully.
Yes, if you walk fast and look at your phone, you see nothing. But if you are slow and quiet, you see everything.
Remember that on your next walk. Be slow. Be quiet. Look around.
Okay. And then we were back at the car. Boots off.
My feet were very tired, but I was happy.
Huh.
A good kind of tired.
Okay, so that was our hike last weekend. What a day!
An amazing day. Let's remember the animals.
Yes, let's say them together. Are you ready?
Ready.
In the forest, a red squirrel.
2 rabbits.
A woodpecker. We heard it, but we did not see it.
And a fox footprint in the mud.
At the river, 2 river otters.
A mama bear and 3 baby bears. 3 cubs.
At the waterfall, 2 deer. A doe and a buck.
A kingfisher with bright blue and orange colors.
And a mama duck with 5 ducklings.
Walking back, a hawk in the sky.
And a small, round water vole in a little stream.
11 animals in one day. Wonderful.
Now, a question for you. Which animal is your favorite from today?
Write your answer in the comments. We want to know.
My favorite is the otter. The otter was so happy and so playful.
My favorite is the bear. The mama bear and the 3 cubs. I will never forget them.
Me too. Okay, some important things. Please subscribe. Every Monday, we have a new episode.
Next week, episode 3. A new place. A new adventure. We hope you come back.
And this week, go outside. Find a tree. Find a bird. Find a small stream. Look carefully.
You do not need to go far. Nature is everywhere. You just need to look.
Thank you for listening to Natural Pace English.
See you next Monday.
Goodbye, everyone.